So, let's talk a little bit. I haven't made a Facebook Live in a while, and I thought I'd do it in the daytime, as opposed to my nightly, because my nightly are interfering with my, it's interfering with my red light therapy, so I will do this for YouTube as well, on a topic that I'm passionate about. Physical health, yes. Divine masculine, divine feminine, yes and yes. I fucking love divine masculine and divine feminine, because that is what we are, divine masculine and divine feminine beings. Duality based system. One consciousness, yes, we are one consciousness. We are one. You are either a male or a female. Could get complicated here, but there is a difference between the divine masculine in duality system and divine feminine. Now, I can't speak for the divine feminine that I'm not. I mean, I have my opinions on divine feminine and the differences. I have opinions on the difference between divine feminine and masculine, but I can't speak on the divine feminine as much. My opinions, yes, but I can speak on the divine masculine and what makes me more masculine, which is what I'll speak on, like a divine masculine being. And more specifically, of late, I really have started to tap into my divine masculine powers, and I feel fucking amazing. And there's a link between how deeply you tap into your divinity, your divine masculine, feminine, both for the feminine and masculine, how deeply you tap into that will enhance your happiness, because that's how we were designed and created. And I want to talk about what's going on lately, and physical health and emotional health is both important. It's not just one or the other, but there are physical health protocols that men can do to tap into their divine masculine power that's going to make you happy. And the use of typing into divine masculine means that you can now, in a position where you can help more people, you can be an inspiration to more people in your life. You're happy wherever you go. People should be looking up to you, the right people, not everybody. The right people, and you just let it go for the others. You're an example of how to be a man in society, whereas, no offense to men generally, but there's a whole matrix system that stops people being divine masculine. So it's not 99% of men's fault that they're not divine masculine and they've forgotten their powers. It's not entirely their fault. It's the matrix system. And believe me, I'm not perfect or anything, but I've been there. A needy, a lack of abundant, depressed, suicidal man that was far from his divine masculine, and I mean really far from my divine masculine. I mean, if I was judging it, I was pretty pathetic in how I used to be, and this was the opposite of what a man should be, in my opinion. I'm not judging who I am today, but I recognise I was the poster child of the opposite of divine masculine. Emaciated man, whipped by society, destroyed, fucked up, needy, ability to influence other people in their life, just pathetic little worm. That's harsh, but that is who I was, and I was an extreme example, but I feel like most men nowadays are not as extreme, but most men are emaciated, and they are not their best. Another with right, I'm just going to carry on playing up. Alright, let me see if I can. Another thing that's important with divine masculine is, and how I look at it, and a great book, by the way, that every man should read on divine masculine power and divine feminine, and the differences between divine masculine and feminine, is David Data's book, The Way of the Superior Man. I'll repeat that. David Data's book, Way of the Superior Man, is a holy Bible for all men and women in relationships. Really important. It's important to read books, and it's also to take action and to find out for yourself what it means to be divine masculine, divine feminine, because it's not just about me reading amazing books like that, it's also about me going out and getting the reference experience of what it feels like to be a divine masculine man, and see if that connects with what David Data talks about in his book, because every experience I've had, interactions with women and men, and who I've become, is correlated with that book. That book resonates deeply in my heart, so I know that book is legit. and it encourages me further on my journey of happiness and health. Now, I do want to say the protocols that I've been doing lately that are giving me these powers. Look, one of the most important things as a man, because a man has 4 times more testosterone in his system at any one time than a woman. Look, there's differences between us biologically, physically, and chemically. We have 4 times more testosterone. We have less testosterone. So what we need to do is, what a man should have is prime optimal levels of testosterone in his system. This will help you access the divine masculine. Now, the ways that are, we know of ways that help with high testosterone and maintaining high levels of testosterone, which I consider essential, by the way. I consider this fucking essential. Number 1, if you're still on porn, you need to unfucking wind yourself and unaddict yourself off porn, because trust me, it's not an accident. You guys already know this. There's an agenda behind porn that is to do with fucking up with men's testosterone, fucking up with men's ability to delay gratification, become better people, give them instant fucking dopamine highs without the release of oxytocin you get from sex. There's a deliberate conspiracy that goes on with porn to emaciate men and to stop them being the divine. There's 1, semen retention. I'm not even that deep into semen retention, but I noticed benefits from day 4 of it. It's very quickly, it becomes beneficial to me. I used to wank every day for a couple of days, fucking pathetic, I know. Now I don't, I'm on day 12, 10, and it makes a massive difference to how you feel as a man. Trust me, you feel fucking manly as fuck when you don't, when you get on a semen retention run of even just like a week or 2, and it builds every single day. It's not subtle to me, although some people will say it's subtle. Nope, it's not to me. It's this semen retention, combine it, you know, they say with get genitals to the sun, so that's good as well, to get your genitals to the sun, and that's true. But there's a specific frequency of light, which I banged on about in previous Facebook Lives and my videos, that actually amplifies the testosterone, and that is your infrared frequencies and red visible of sunrise, sunset. These are key times to elevate your testosterone levels, and I mean this, it fucking does. I'm day 24 of sunrise, sunset, getting up every single day. I'm an hour at sunrise, and I do 2 hours at sunset before it goes dawn. I wait for those red light frequencies to kick in, and then I'll do it pretty much naked. Some of my jumpers up, so I'm like 90% naked. I've got my Kaniki shorts. Actually, if it's private, I will take my trousers down and I will drop it. And that is key. The red light frequencies are key to charging up your testosterone. The red light frequencies, when they get on your body as a man, they will boost your testosterone like you wouldn't fucking believe. Any part of your body, the quicker you're going to go. Especially the genitals, but you want the body really, because that's how we were designed to be nude from sunrise to sunset in the tropics. Yes, I know it's cold, we don't have to all the time, but if you're going to prioritize a biohack, make sure you're kind of naked as possible with special genitals. Sunrise, sunset, focus on that. But it's not just that. I think that the midday sun has benefits for massively boosting your testosterone too, because the last 4 days we've had well, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we've had proper sun with hardly any clouds. We've had no clouds, and what that means is, and we're at the right time in the UK to produce vitamin D. Just April time is the beginning of vitamin D production in high altitudes of the UK. So you need to find out whether you can produce vitamin D in your country, depending on your latitude. It's only certain months in the UK because we're not very high latitude, and and get out in that sun. And then I've been doing a lot of that, and you know, naked as possible with my shorts in. I go completely naked, which is fine, and that produces lots of vitamin D. Now, vitamin D in studies has shown, just like red light therapy, they haven't shown conclusively that it increases your testosterone, but I'm not waiting for science, because I know there's this speculation that red light does. I fucking know red light does. I know it's making a difference to my testosterone levels. I can feel it. I can feel some of my balls fucking jingling. Yeah, I can feel the charge from red lights. So that's to come. I'll just give you that information now. Sunrise, sunset is absolutely fucking key to testosterone levels spiking. Combine that with semen retention. Oh, by the way, if you do you know, and it's okay for porn or for real sex, which is a lot better. Guess what? Then you can start recharging that morning at sunrise and that morning at sunset. You've got to start thinking of this. If you do fucking blow your load, start recharging straight away. Anyway, the midday sun, vitamin D production. Find out when you can produce it, and if it's like the UK and North America, Canada, and probably New York and places of high altitude, you've got to be careful. But find out the dates and then focus on vitamin D production, because vitamin D production, you Google vitamin D, you will find that vitamin D majorly increases testosterone levels. So that's what I'm saying is, number one. Number two for semen retention runs is for testosterone is semen retention plus light, natural light from the midday sun, vitamin D, and from the red light therapy. And the good news with red light therapy is that you don't even need it to be clear skies. It still penetrates through the clouds, the red light. So does vitamin D to a point, but the red light really does. So it's powerful. There's no excuse now. We live in the UK, shitty weather. Magic. One thing I will say that will also, it's really super fucking fun, because I think the purpose of Divine Masculine is to be on your mission so much, to be on a mission outside of your woman. Now, if you're single, cool. Just, there's the mission. If you're in a relationship, in my opinion, and the opinion of David Data in his book Where Superman Is, for a man, the most important thing, even if he's in a relationship, as much as he loves his woman, you do not prioritize your woman and sex over your mission. You must find a mission that motivates you to become the best version of yourself, that does not have anything to do with your woman. She can support you, she can have her own mission, but you do not make the woman your mission. That applies whether you're single and prepping to be in a relationship, or you're in a relationship now and you have, in my opinion, mistakenly thought that your entire life and mission is about your woman. That sounds harsh, but trust me, that is not. It sounds really harsh, but this is not the Divine Masculine. That is what the agenda wants. That's the agenda. The Divine Masculine always has a mission outside of this woman, and that is what maintains polarity in the relationship, and that ultimately is what attracts the Divine Feminine. Not that you're doing this to attract a Divine Feminine. You're not finding a mission outside your woman so you can move into being more attracted to you. You don't do it for that. You find a mission outside your woman and your relationship, because that is what makes you happy the most. And you'll always love your woman, but you'll never, because it's also neediness. It puts it on her, and it's away from your power and your true self. When you move away and are out of alignment with Divine Masculine, you will feel unhappier. You will. It destroys men, and that's the whole point of the agenda, to emaciate and destroy men, to get them and get them the agenda is to make you think that women are the most important thing in your life. And as important as they always will be, they're not the most important thing. You must find something outside your women, because that is what the motivator is. And it's ultimately what they want. That's what the Divine Feminine is attracted to, by the way. Oh. The Divine Feminine is attracted to a man on his mission. And that what it does is it keeps polarity between the sexes. And without polarity, like a positive and negative charge, the attraction will disappear, and then the problems will arise. And then, if you want to go deeper, this is why women cheat on men, in my opinion. I never win for cheating on men, because if a woman is in a position to cheat on a man, it's only because, in my opinion, that he's lost his Divine Masculine power. And he's not. That's controversial, but that's how I feel. He's lost the polarity. He stopped being a divine masculine. The man that she was attracted to at the beginning, he stopped being that. And more than likely, it's his own fucking fault that he stopped being that person. Which is really sad, you know. It ultimately is. And this is why women lose attraction and they cheat men. You know what? It's empowering as hell to know that it's not a woman's fault that she cheats most of the time, nearly all the time. It's actually your fault. It's empowering because it's up to you to maintain that polarity, and to remind yourself that you are a man on a mission. And when you stop with the mission, the woman loses attraction. The mission mission, not a gimmick. The mission that you are on as a divine masculine male is who the fuck you are. It's not a gimmick to like attract women. No, no, no. It's who you fucking are, and it's what makes you the most happy. You are the most happiness, by the way, when you have a mission in life. Even if you're in a relationship, the mission always comes first. I'm feeling fucking super happy these days, and like I told you, it's the physical health protocols, semen retention, yes. It's life, but more than that, do you know what really makes me happy? And the most happy, and more than most happy I am, the more deeper I get into my purpose of why I'm here. I'm almost talking spirituality. The more I find my purpose and I go deeper into my purpose of who I am, the more happier I become as a human being. And then, consequently, the more attractive I become to women. Not that I really care, because quite frankly, I can build my life now where I can be single forever. Which is great, because another thing with the Divine Masculine is, the Divine Masculine should that he doesn't even need women. I mean, he would enjoy women as a bonus, but he doesn't have the neediness that most guys have for women. Most guys in society are programmed to feel like they can't be happy unless they're women. I'm deep with this, because I've seen some of my really close friends in the health community that I visited too, being broken by women. Really awesome guys, and still my friends now that haven't understood this concept to which I'm speaking, that you must have a mission outside of your woman, and they haven't. They are awesome, I still love them, but I've noticed they get broken when they get too needy about women. A woman breaks their heart because they have forgotten the principle that and it's broken them. They get needy, and as soon as they stop the mission and start crying like a little crybaby, if I'm being honest, because it breaks them. And experiences for me, because these are divine experiences for me, because I know that if you give your power away as a man by prioritizing a feminine over yourself, I promise you it will only lead to depression. She will lose attraction, and that's it. You must not let this happen. I've seen many of my good friends now have to learn really tough lessons. They wouldn't be able to receive it, so I keep it to myself most of the time. I learn the lessons for myself. So if I do involve myself with a woman, I'm not faking it. I realize the dangers of love. I mean, don't mean love. I mean the dangers of forgetting who you are and moving away from the divine masculine towards giving your power away. That's what I'm talking about, and that's what men do. They give their power away to women, and as soon as you do, you will no longer be attracted. And it goes to the shit. And I wonder why this is playing up. The man will wonder why she's not attracted to him anymore. It's because you've lost the divine masculine essence that you are. The man on a mission. Yeah, I keep it simple because it's simple in my brain, but I've got lots of powerful reference experiences, you know. Yeah, push pull, Nita. That's exactly it. Push and pull. The divine energies, like the sun gives and the moon receives. Lee told me that. And we are one consciousness, yes, and we are one being, right? But at the same time, we are a charge of energy, like a battery. A negative attracts positive, and positive attracts negative. You can't have two negatives. And do you know what? Do you want to go deeper with this? Right. In David Davis' book, Way of the Superior Man, he even talks about gay and lesbian relationships. And even in gay and lesbian relationships, there is a negative, positive charge. There's polar opposites, even in same-sex relationships. Have you noticed that? Have you noticed it? Because I've noticed it when I read the book and I thought about it. It made sense. There's lesbians where a little bit, but there's in a lesbian relationship, often there's one that's more masculine and there's one that's more feminine. The masculine one is more dykey and more like dominant and more leaderish and, you know, calls the shots, whereas the feminine one, lesbian relationship, is more receiving, giving. Just like in a masculine feminine relationship. Holy shit, what's going on there? And guess what? Same with two guys in gay relationships. There's also the ones that maintain a good relationship or maintain a sexual relationship with attraction. There's a divine masculine energy opposite. There's one that's more dominant, you know, whatever, and giving. So even within same-sex relationships, Dave Day is right. There's a polarity charge that must be maintained. As soon as polarity charge is lost, that's why we got high divorce rates. That's why we got shit ton of men got what's the word for it? Midlife crises. That's why men become pussies at 40, 50. Yeah, pussy whipped, because they never had a mission to start with, and they somehow convinced themselves that the woman is their mission and having kids is their mission. Oh, I'm not going to knock having kids, but you do not make that your mission. Your mission is way beyond that. You know, and you give a lot, and you're always going to love your kids and your woman. I'm not saying not to love them. Just understand that true masculine and true happiness lies outside of the realms of giving your power away to someone that you love. Because that's exactly what you're doing. I don't mean love, I mean like needy love. I mean, you will understand this. You will understand this through my friend's reference experience. When you lose attraction with a woman in your relationship, more often than not, it's your own fucking fault. And it's because you got too needy. It's because you know, what she was attracted to at the beginning, when you were free from outcome, you lost your free from outcome, and you became needy, and boom, attraction's gone. Yeah. DNA of I feel like for men, the mission is encoded in our lives. True masculine man. I'm talking about divine masculine. I'm not talking about 99% of men that aren't divine masculine anymore. Not their own fault, the Matrix. I'm talking about true masculine. Now, I'm not perfect, but I do feel a lot very masculine these days, and I'm very deep into my mission. The more I help people, the more I give for free, the more I feel that I'm tapping into my divine masculine. Of late, I've really been doing good things. I feel like I've been upgrading my vessel in physical health, like I told you, but also my business, selling my books and helping people. I really feel like I've made a step forward, and it's put me into a more of a divine masculine space of happiness that no woman can take away. You know, I'm happy to engage in relationships, but I'm not gonna be giving my power away and saying, as soon as I engage in a relationship, and it might be someone special, you know, here's the key. Here's the fucking key. If I did engage into a relationship with a woman at this point, who I might deeply love and fall in love with, it doesn't mean that tomorrow, as soon as I engage in that relationship, I'm not going to stop helping Facebook, I'm going to close my Instagram, stop making books, stop with my dreams, in a van, helping people. It doesn't mean that. I'm not going to give up my dreams and passions and hopes because I'm in love with somebody. And that's the key. But guys do. And that's where people go wrong. That's where the divine masculine stops being divine. The God, the creator, whatever you want to call it, created you as a man on a mission. Shit. And get in the love boat, you know, and that's all you got. You're in fucking trouble. You know, what would you rather do? Really love one person in a relationship, or love humanity so much that you're on a mission? You know, and men do. Men sacrifice their dreams for women. They do. They fucking sacrifice the dreams they've had for women. And that is where the problem is. That's why I'm making videos like this. You do not want to do that. And I told you, I've seen some more of my friends as great examples of, or maybe they never had the correct mindset. It's a mindset thing. You know, me and John talked about this yesterday. It's a complete mindset thing. Like, you have to understand the mindset and then take the action. That you give your power away when you give up your dreams for another human being. What are you saying to a woman when you give up your dreams for her? Do you know what you're saying when you do that? You're saying you're a doormat, and your love for her is more important than your dreams. Now that is unattractive as fuck, by the way. Think about what you said. How unattractive is that to a woman when you say you're willing to give up your life and your dreams and your deepest desires? That is unattractive. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's seriously fucking unattractive. That is not cool. Yeah? So I'm getting a bit passionate here. I will stop talking. I'm just talking because you guys are watching. I can. She was acting massive. Do you know, Anita, I will respond to you there. So, when the divine masculine stops being divine, and starts giving is power. It's not attractive to women. It goes deeper. The woman, okay, get this. Wait. When a woman is attracted to you, and you're attracted to her, what you've got is masculine, feminine energies, opposites. You've got strong, and she's got strong feminine polarity. She can be strong feminine, her true self, by the way, her true self, when you are your true self. When you're a man on a you can maintain strong polarity. She can be herself. She feels comfortable and at ease around you, right? As soon as you stop being yourself, give up your dreams, and you stop maintaining a strong masculine polarity, she will lose attraction, and she now can't be her true self because of you. She can't be her true self. In other words, you're fucking up the feminine, bro. Guys, you're fucking up the feminine. When you stop being yourself, you get off the wagon of your dreams and hopes and give it up for her. You not only will she lose attraction, she now can no longer be herself. She doesn't feel like she can be her true feminine and submit. Submit, dodgy word. I don't mean submit in terms of rape and shit. I mean submit in a kind of polarity way. You'll understand this. You read the book, and you probably already do. She can't be her divine feminine self if you're not divine masculine. And therefore, and I'll give you an example. So the guy gets pussy whipped in a relationship. At the beginning, there's actually he's funny, charming, and he's a man on a mission, right? And over time in the relationship, she pussy whips him, and she will test, and it's not her fault. It's not because she's a mean person. It's because the feminine's nature is to test men. Now you've got to be, as a man, you've got to be okay with this. You've got to be okay with women testing you, whatever you want to call it, shit test. It's not a test of, oh, I hate you. It's a test of, she wants to feel your polarity so she can maintain attraction and know that she can be safe around you as a divine feminine being. So she will constantly test you. And a weaker man will fall off his mission and fail these tests over time. What's going on? And he's going to start, you know, he's going to fail the test. He's going to give up his hopes, his dreams, and eventually, without realizing she's just testing him, he actually starts to take the test. And then, because he's failing the shit tests, she's losing attraction, and now she can't, the polarities are changing. She doesn't feel attraction because your strong masculine polarity is being weakened. You're failing every single test of your manhood. You've stopped being the person she was attracted to. She will lose that. But it goes deeper. She will have to not only not be herself, she now will have to engage in the masculine role. The divine feminine will have to now and your lack of mission and you giving into her and failing tests, she now has to step up to the plate and become take on a masculine role. And so many women, unfortunately, in this society that are not divine feminine, and it's not their fault. They are not divine feminine because the divine masculine has stopped being a masculine. So now she has to wear the trousers, and that's what being a man is, right? Wearing trousers, a bit stereotype, but it's kind of true. And now she has to tap into divine masculine energy in the relationship. So she's lost attraction, and she has to take charge of the relationship somewhat and wear the pants. Now, understand this. A woman resents at heart having to become more masculine because that is not her nature. Just as a man at heart resents becoming more feminine. I mean, there's balance. This is more complicated than what I'm saying. Don't mistake what I'm saying. We are all one. We all have men and women inside us, divine masculine. But I'm saying we're predominantly divine masculine and women are predominantly divine feminine. A woman will resent over time the fact that in a relationship you have lost your powers, she's lost attraction, and now she has to play the divine masculine role. She's resenting, quite rightly, the person that's making her stop being her feminine self. The feminine nature is divine, and it's submittance, and it's love, and nurturing of a relationship, love for children and a man as the top priority, whereas I feel a man's top priority is never his woman, his children. It's his mission, even if he does love his wife and children. So she's got a different thing. But when she has to step up to the plate because you're not wearing your pants and trousers and you're being a pussy, she has to take on the masculine role, the divine masculine role. And this does not make her happy, and she resents you over time. And this is why people end up in divorces. This is why most relationships nowadays are not divine masculines engaging in relationships with divine feminines, unfortunately. What relationships are nowadays for most people is women that are having to tap far too much into masculine roles, and men, because, oh, get this, you want to know the number one reason why what's going on in imbalance in the relationships? Number one reason is it's men's fault, because men are the leaders. Men will always... I'm not trying to make friends here, but men are always leaders. It's actually men's fault that all relationships, not women, it's men's fault that all relationships are fucked up these days. A lot of relationships are fucked up, and there's an imbalance. Because the man, by consequence of losing his powers and having neediness, has forced the women to tap into... has forced the woman in a position where she can't be her feminine nature. It's not that all women want to be feminine. And by the way, that's why women are attracted to bad boys, because bad boys can't be pussy whipped. They might not be nice people, bad boys, but I'll tell you what, a bad boy doesn't prioritize women outside of, who he is. That sounds harsh. I mean, a doormat, or just a nice guy with no strength to him, he will prioritize women, and women can walk all over him, and women don't want to walk all over men. Did you know that? Women don't want to walk all over men. They might seem like it, they might even tell you they enjoy it, but it's just not true. They lose attraction for you if they can walk all over you, because it speaks volumes that you're a rock, that you love them, but your mission, nothing can sway that. Nothing can sway your personality and who you are and why you're here to help people, and your life outside of her and what you've got to do in your life. If she knows that she can, if a woman knows that she can stop you being yourself, your best self, and stop your dreams, if she knows she can, and she is, she will lose attraction, and she will have to step up, and it's very sad. And it really is. God, I've gone on for a long time on divine. I highly recommend you guys, if you were to read one book on what I'm talking about, and it's the one I mentioned earlier, David Data, The Way of the Superior Man. I have this book. I'm going to read it. I've read it a few times already. Every time I read it, I learn something new. I'll tell you something else. Some of my favourite people on Facebook that I've met up in real life and on here have also... Oh, if you want to become my best friend, just tell me you like David Data's Way of the Superior Man, because I fucking love that book. I resonate so deeply. Some of my best friends on here, they've read that book, and it resonates so strongly with my mission. You know something else? I when I first read it in 2011, it didn't make any sense to me, and I didn't want to believe it. I thought it was all bullshit, because I wasn't ready for the information. I wasn't divine. I wasn't even close. I wasn't on my mission. But that book is the one that you will have the reference experiences already. You guys already know this information. But that book should be like a holy Bible, not just for men. I mean, yes, for men. It's a holy Bible for women. Some of my friends on here that are women book and says it's about women too, about relationships. Actually, one of the things I admire the most isn't just men that understand that book, but women. When women understand that their true nature. When a woman understands, do you know what's fucking sexy? I'll tell you now. What's sexy is when a woman understands that her true nature is giving and receiving. It's not about being dominant and leading. That's a man's job. Now, it doesn't mean women can't do that, and a woman can be alpha and outside and all that stuff, but trust me, inside a relationship, a feminine nature, the actual nature is giving, receiving, nurturing, and love. It is not dominance and mission as much as men. That's just the truth. Yeah, they could have a mission outside, but in that relationship, she receives and gives to the man. She's a receiver, just like the moon. The sun gives, the moon pulls. Yeah, the sun pushes, the moon pulls. It's all opposites, isn't it? Life and death, up and down. It's all opposites. The woman she's nurturing and love, and the woman, divine feminine, can teach you a lot about life. She can take the edge off a masculine man. Not in a bad way. She can give you that love back, and she can teach you a lot. The feminine, and it's a very interesting topic, and I look forward to, if I did engage in a relationship at some point in the future, with no pressure on, by the way, because I'm really happy single. But also I recognise the benefits and enhancements of having a relationship. But I know that engaging in relationships is a beautiful thing, and letting a woman be herself, divine feminine, because you're a divine masculine. This is why this topic is so important, okay? The more you tap into your divine masculine powers, the more divine feminine can be herself, and the more beauty, that's her, the more beauty, man. It's all about beauty. The more special they become. Women are special creatures anyway, but I think we fucked them up a little bit. A lot of guys have fucked them up in society by they haven't had women haven't had a lot of experience with divine masculine men. They're very few. Trust me, there's very few divine masculine men, which makes us stand out more. And it makes it, I guess, for us, it makes it easier. But I don't want that. I don't want there to be very few men in relationships understand masculine polarity. I don't want that. I'd rather have all men tapped into their divine masculine powers, because men that don't, do you know what they do? They end up fucking weird. Men that don't end up fucking weird. All kinds of weird, and they project that onto women, and they project it, and they ruin the feminine, man. I mean this from the bottom of my heart. You know, I think that the story of life, but I think it's predominantly men that fucked up women and themselves. Men fuck themselves up, or stop being masculine, and then as a consequence, they fuck up the feminine. So don't take me for a sexist, right? I actually think that most of the problems in this world, think about wars. That's all men, mate. It's all fucking men. It's all men, and greed, and money, and away from their masculine nature. What's fighting all about? This world is insane. Instead of helping people, now people are killing each other. Do you know what men do? Weaker men? They beat the shit out of other guys. That's their fun. On Friday, Saturday night, they get drunk, and they beat the shit out of other guys for chatting on their girl. They get fucking needy as fuck. They love fighting. What's up? That's not. By the way, this is another huge problem with divine masculine. It's the opposite of divine masculine. Do you know what? Do you want to know how I spot a weak man? I'll tell you. A weak man loves to beat up other guys. He loves it. And women. Women sometimes domestic. Weak men like to beat the shit out of people because they ain't looking at themselves. They're projecting their insecurities and all these kind of problems. Right, I could talk forever. I don't want to be here too long. Thank you very much for listening, though. And please read that book, and and also Mantok Chi has got good stuff on the polarities. It's so true. Like I said, we are one consciousness, but we are in human bodies. A man has 4 times more testosterone in his system than a woman. You don't even look the same. We've not got breasts as big as that, have we? Think about it. And we've not got estrogen as much, and we've got more testosterone. Which means we've got different missions here. We really do. But when we come together in a beautiful, empowering relationship between divine masculine and feminine, like Mantok Chia talks about, what a woman can do is when you allow her to be herself, because you are your fucking manly self, yeah? Non-needy, fucking on your mission and shit. When you allow her to be yourself, she can elevate you on your mission. It doesn't mean that without her you can't do the mission, but when you're in a relationship, it's such a beautiful thing. Now we've got the term of real love. Real fucking love. Yeah, real fucking love. Not bullshit love. Love that is non-needy and it's going to enhance your life and give you the happiness and bliss that you fucking deserve. Yeah, that's real fucking love. Real relationships. In the real relationships, we've got a woman that's allowed to be a woman and not wear fucking pants and tell you to take shit like that. No, that's not real women. Yeah, real women are going to support you on you. Yeah, and are going to be fucking loving you. And I mean this. Like, the attraction is always... Do you know what I think? If you engage in a relationship, attraction should be maintained, not just from the first month of the honeymoon period. Attraction between men and women must be maintained 1, 2, 5, 10 years down the line. That's how we roll. It's not a short-term thing. It's a long-term thing. You've got to keep dies. Then there's resentment, or the woman gives up, and she settles for less than her best, and the man just, and I've got stories, like I said to you, even within my own family, my mum and dad, I recognise the polarity things going on there, and it going wrong, and it's my parents, and as much as I love them, I see the messed up shit that, of weak men, opposite divine nature, fucking up women, because they're so fucking. It's everything I don't want to be. I've had such power. I'm blessed to have such powerful references that even though I'm not perfect, you know, I don't want to be a weak man because it fucks women up. And I want to be the best version of myself, not just for them, but for other people, because I want to help people. And I can't help people when I am not a true masculine man. I can't fucking do it. Yeah, there's too many, in my opinion, okay, there's too many nice guys, and being nice is a great quality. There's too many nice in our society. They're not generally nice, they're fake nice, and it's coming from a needy place. What you want to be as a man is nice, but have strength. Have some fucking backbone to back that nice up, because then nice is genuine. Nice is strength behind it. When you don't have strength behind the niceness, it's fake. For example, guys that buy girls drinks at nightclubs just because they're hot and they're buying attention. This is fucking, well, buying a girl fucking flowers and being needy. No, this is fake niceness because you want to get in her pants and you're fucking weak and not strong. I don't mean physically strong, beating people up. I mean strong enough to look at who the fuck you are and strong enough to become the best version of yourself. Strong enough as a man to face your fears. You know, that's where strength comes from. So nice and strength, and most men don't have strength. They can beat the shit out of another guy. It's not strength to me. Strength is looking at who you are, how much you've been through, how far you've got to go, and changing and facing your fears. That is strength. A real man will always face his fucking fears. Constantly. It's not a one-off thing. It's constant. A real man, a fucking strong man, will always become a better person progressively over time. That's what real men do. Nice guys don't do that. Nice guys don't face their fears. They lose their give it up all for pussy, and it's fucking pathetic, and it breaks my heart. It really does. Now, where the bad boy comes into this, and why girls like bad boys, in my opinion, is because they're strong, so they don't give a fuck. They won't prioritize a woman, yeah, which is why women like them, but at the same time, they're not nice, right? A bad boy's not a nice guy, but he's strong. So he's got the strength part down, so the woman's attracted. And where this new generation of men that I want to be, and my friends are, and where I would like people to be led, and the same in David Data's book Superior Man, the new generation of men is this. They have nice, genuine nice, and they have backbone and strength, and are becoming better men and facing their fears to back it up. They're not bad boys that are strong with no warmth. They're not nice guy doormats, and if I'm being honest, most men aren't bad boys. Most men are fucking doormats. Fucking pathetic. So they're nice, but and they've got no value system. You know, that's where they are. And I've been there. I'm the worst example ever of doormat, nice guy, of how needy I was. Women have destroyed my life, by the way. Completely. When I was a kid, that's what's made me who I am. That's what motivated me when I was 14, 15. My testosterone got really, my hormones went crazy, and I was just this weird guy at school. I was in love with girls, but just no friends, and it fucked me up. I didn't understand what was going on, but now I'm taking my power, version of myself. I can't rush it. It takes time to become the highest embodiment of masculine polarity you can be, and it's a never-ending game, and it's okay because I enjoy it. But at the end of the day, it is what attracts. And if you do want to attract your partner, and I hope, even though I said I'm single, you know, I hope all of us would like to find a partner and a special one for us. Well, that's the one. And it's up to men, by the way, to lead, to start that conversation, to approach, to say, oh, I fancy you. It's not up to women, it's up to men. Yeah? Might be another uncomfortable opinion. Women don't lead. It's not up to women to say, oh, do you want to go on a date? No, it's up to the man. That's clarity to me. The man is the leader. The woman is the receiver. She might fancy you, but it's up to you to make the moves, bro. It's up to you to make the moves. It's not up to her. You're not waiting for her to make the moves, are you? Because fuck me. That's not the woman's nature. And plus, that shows that you're not a divine masculine man, by the way. If you're waiting around for the women to make the moves, that's not how you play it. You make the moves. You might be scared. You might not want to go in for the kiss. Blah, 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 on your first date. Da-da-da. You might not want to ask for a number. You might want to, you know, carry on the conversations. But it's up to you. It's not up to her. And she might like to. But that's another test. Are you being a man? Because that is what fucking men do. Alright, so, let me just read the comments and I'm fucking done. Yes. Oh, James, mate, yes, completely. The seed is everything. I talked about that earlier. Preservation of semen. Huge. Fucking huge. I can't emphasize that enough. I'm going to talk about ejaculations, ejaculation. This is a huge topic. I've not got there yet. I was speaking generically divine masculine, feminine, physical health protocols, but mainly just fucking be on your mission, please. No. This feminine, there's a lot of masculine protocols. Yeah, Sammy, mate, agreed. Yeah, divine sovereignty. Be yourself. I think you can't be yourself as a true divine masculine if you are fully telling a woman, or even thinking in your mind, you're live for. If that's all you live for, being in a relationship and a woman, no matter how much you love her, you can't be the best version of yourself, and that's very sad to me. And that's something that I will never be. I will never want to not be the best version of myself, so I would never tell a woman that she's the most important thing in my life. Now that sounds harsh, right? But then, if you did think that in your heart, she wouldn't love you no more as much as she did. Because, so, it's a complicated topic. Like I said, please read David Data's book, Way Through Man. That I'm going to read every year for the rest of my life, and I'm going to add from a different point of view, because I'm getting reference experiences with women. As I get that, I'm going to start learning new things. But that book is so powerful, and it's got so much information. It even said in it something, I'll share with you quickly. The last time I read it recently, that resonated strongly with me. Your children, you might not like what I'm going to say now, but your children would rather have a lot of time for them, but spends a few minutes with them a day, than a man that's not on his mission, has been pussy whipped, and thinks his woman's everything in his life, and doesn't live for anything else, and his children too. A man, even his children. A man that lives just for his children, his woman. They'd rather spend time with their dad, who's on his mission, just for a few minutes, than a man that isn't on his mission and is giving all his power away. They'd rather spend time, because one's being fucking real and honouring himself, and the other one's not. And children can tell. Children can fucking tell when dad's a pussy. And that sounds really general. You're not understanding the deepness of what I'm thinking when I say that. It sounds generic, like I'm trying to be controversial, but I'm not. I'm trying to explain it how I think, but you gotta be on your mission, man. So it's not about how much time you spend with your children. It's about the quality of the person you are as a man. And even if you're a quality man with divine masculine, fuck me. You're more inspired by just a few minutes of your time than if you were a stay-at-home dad. Did I say it? Now, you can be divine masculine stay-at-home dad. Although, guess what? It's going to be really hard, because most stay-at-home dads are not divine masculine. Most stay-at-home dads are pretty pathetic. Yeah, I could talk forever about this. It's a controversial topic. You're just hearing me at one particular moment in time, at 31 years old in my life, and single, for now. You're just hearing me at one particular moment in time, speaking on something that will never change. But you guys are, I'm witnessing my growth. I do these changing this in the future, but I doubt it. I think what I'm speaking on now will never change. Engage a relationship, if I just will become more deeper on this topic. I will have more reference experiences of how much it fucks guys up and how much it fucks women. Like I said at the beginning, the main reason why society is fucked up, in my opinion, is because of the Matrix, yes, but it's more specific. The Matrix fucks guys up, and therefore, as the leaders, men project their shit onto women in relationships and sex and all this shit. And to me, men are the problem. And I can only speak as a man as well. That it fucked me up real good, and it made me real dark. And if I let the Matrix destroy me, which it nearly fucking did, I wouldn't be here right now, and I would have, you know, at my worst, killed people with me, taken people's lives with me. Because I wanted to kill people too. You know, I fucking hated myself, and that's what men do. Maybe not as extreme as that, but domestic violence, crime is against that. Oh, rape as well. What's up with rape? That's fucked up shit. That's fucked up dark shit. Do you know what rape is? Rape is the divine masculine wanting to express itself and being frustrated that it can't because of society. That's what rape is. Rape is a result of what I'm talking about. Divine Masculine knows what he wants, but because he's been fucked up by the Matrix and he hasn't figured out a way to do it, he's rape. That's pathetic, but that's what the Matrix does. The Divine Masculine must find an outlet. If not, he will just end up doing shit like crime, rape, drugs, and all kinds of bad shit. Yeah, and I mean that. And that's why I say men are fucked. It's men that are the problem. Women aren't innocent too, but I'm just making a point. Yeah. Cheers, Nita. Oh, Stephen, mate, I love you too, bro. Thank you very much for your post today on in Euro, and you know, you're a great guy. I love you. You've got so much love to give, man. This is what I mean when I say Divine Masculine. I love seeing in men. Do you know what I really love to see in men? I love to see warmth, because a lot of guys front strength, and they'll front strength like by being non-collaborative. And that's what men do. Men are very competitive by nature. By the way, I am too. I'm very competitive. They don't want to compete with you. They want to compete with you, and I see that a lot on my Facebook. A lot of guys, they're very competitive and possibly jealous and projecting and all that shit. But when I meet a guy that's like Steven, actually, that is collaborative and nice and genuinely warmth, that kind of reminds me to be the best version of myself, and it really warms the cockles of my heart, because Steven's doing it from a place of strength and warmth. It's not just warmth and needy warmth, it's a strength and warmth. It's of other men. On my friends I've visited too. It's very empowering and hopefully I embody that too. You know, strength and warmth. You know, I see it in guys. I love it so much, because out there in the world, most guys are competitive. Most guys will do anything for pussy. They will hate other guys. They will not be collaborative. To you know, and when I don't. That makes, you know what, that makes guys stand out to me. Some of my best friends will always be guys that have, but are divine masculines, in essence. Strength and warmth. Yeah, soul bro indeed. Thank you. Alright, I've been talking way too long. But I have loved you guys listening for me and my journey, and strength and warmth, and cultivation of the best versions of myself. And yeah, thank you. I got emotional at points there too, just talking about it. Feeling really good, feeling very masculine. And it's okay to cry, by the way, as a guy. This is the thing, there's nothing wrong with guys crying. And things, you know, you just strength to back it up. Now I've got both, you know. I'm not the strength and the influence to help people, but also, you know, I'm got divine feminine too inside me, you know, crying, or whatever you want to call it. I'm emotional. We're all emotional creatures. We just don't like and strong guys that don't have the warmth, they're lying to themselves. They're not their true selves, you know. They're not. And nice guys aren't either, that are doormats. They're not being them true. They're coming from an insincere place where they would sacrifice anything for sex. And that's pathetic to me. And porn is the perfect embodiment of a tool the Matrix has used to fuck guys up and fuck the divine masculine. It's porn. It's fucking ruined. Sammy, mate, you're another great example. Thank you very much. Alright, peace. And alright, thank you very much, guys, and hope you have all a good day. And buy that book, David Dada, Way of the Superior Man. Reading that book is like a holy Bible. If there's one book that every child should read from 5, 10, 15, 20, that they should enforce in school, and reading is great, by the way, it's that book, because that will teach you the dynamics of what I'm talking about and what we've all experienced. Because what I'm talking about is undeniable. These polarities, undeniable. Like does not attract like. Men are different. We have different energies, and we are opposites in a duality-based system. And when you stop being an opposite and you take on more of the feminine, she stops being feminine and takes on more of the masculine. You just lost that charge, and she's going to be bitter, resentful, and you fucked up the feminine. Men always fuck up the feminine. Feminine, by the way, do not fuck themselves up. They don't. I'm sorry, they don't. Men fuck up the feminine. Feminine does not fuck up the feminine, because men is the one that fucks us up, fucks them up. I really will leave you. I do appreciate you being here for me today. All right, peace.